What if they like you? What if your dreams come true? Are you willing to do whatever it takes? Will you reap the rewards? How far are you willing to go? Can you handle the pressure? When someone is always watching?
I'm good. Obviously adjusting, being back to reality, but just happy to wake up today and just happy that I had the opportunity to experience being a part of Big Brother. No, it didn't surprise me when it came down to eviction day. I knew I was in tough. I did everything I could and campaigned all the way to the end. But people were straight up with me and told me that whether they would be voting for me or not. So it was definitely an emotional day that day. I wear my heart on the sleeve and I'm not good at goodbyes. So some tears did pop up that day. Um, I just have real love for a lot of people in that house, but it wasn't a surprise when it came to eviction time. I knew I was going home. There were aspects of it that were challenging. Obviously, I had to tell people what they wanted to hear at this point. I was on death row and I had to do whatever I could to make it happen and try to stay one more week. I think it's pretty obvious I'm a loyal and truthful guy. So having to lie through my teeth after those conversations, they were really tough. And I remember just talking to myself saying that was probably one of the hardest things I had to do. I'm just a very upfront and honest person, and lying isn't something I'm used to. So campaigning was slightly challenging in that fact. In the early stages of the game and in previous weeks, I could have built better one-on-one game relationships with Avery, Spice, and even Bailey, just to try to have a better chance to really switch the vote and get that fourth vote to secure my spot. However, that week when I was on the block, I gave it everything I had. I campaigned hard. I even had to go against my morals slightly and tell the girls what they wanted to hear. I do feel that if I really knew about the alliance of Spicy, Kayla, Avery, Dougie, and Lexus, that maybe I could have dropped that information to Bailey and then to Todd and maybe got the fourth and fifth vote just to show them that they were on the outside looking in right now. However, just knowing myself, I probably wouldn't have wanted to jeopardize Dougie's and Lexus's game. So that would have been hard for me as well, but I would have done whatever it took to try to stay. So I definitely wish I had known that information, but it is what it is. I'm just blessed to be a part of the cast, and I just blessed to have that experience and opportunity. I think it is one of the reasons I was probably targeted and sent home. I believe my relationship with Lexus and Anthony, that the other three members in their alliance saw was too strong, and that when it came down to later stages in the game, I truly believe Lexus and Dougie both would have chose me over anyone in that alliance and possibly in the house. I know Dougie's a really loyal guy, and he told me he had me from early on in the game, and I believe the feelings between Lexus and I were real, and she would have chose me over them as well, even though she may have been telling them otherwise. Going into Big Brother, I definitely wanted to align myself with people that I thought were strong competitors and that not just physically strong, but mentally and emotionally, and that could do well in all types of challenges. It's a lot easier when you're thinking about what you're going to do from the outside. I'm a very straight up and true to myself type of guy. So when I came into the house, it was a lot harder for me to spend time with people and create game relationships with people that I just didn't really relate to or that we didn't have the same values. So I really tried to be with people that I felt I could trust and be loyal to. My number one in the game was definitely Dougie. From the beginning, I told him I had it and I truly meant it. And when he said he had me, I truly believe it. I think obviously I had a very, very strong relationship with Lexus and a little bit of a different relationship with Lexus than I do with Dougie. However, I gave Dougie my word from the very beginning that I would take him all the way and as far as I could, and I wouldn't go against him. And I'm a man of my word, so I would have stayed true to that. And I would have just had to break the hard news to Lexus. It would have been a really emotionally tough decision for me. Um, so I guess if we're trying to look at the positives, at least I didn't have to get to that heartbreaking decision. To be honest, this is probably one of the harder questions. I'm not too sure if I had a super big move. I honestly, through all most of the competitions, if not all, the only one I can truly say I gave it my all in was the Steal the Spotlight competition. I felt like that one was more of a random chance sort of competition that anyone could win. So I didn't feel like I was showing off my physical or intellectual skill set. Um, Obviously, being one of the more physically fit people in the house, I feel like I walked in with the target right on my back from day one. Everyone saw me as a physical threat. So I was trying to keep my challenge and competition skills under the radar for as long as I could. I felt really safe with Avery. So after she pulled off that 36, I felt like I didn't necessarily need to win that HOH competition. However, it did come back to bite me. For sure, I'm happy with the game that I played. I stayed true to my character, I stayed true to my word, and I just demonstrated my core values and morals. That's something my family and myself can be proud of. Money comes and goes, but the impact you leave on people and how you are remembered, that's forever. Yeah, it was definitely harder than I thought it would be. I thought I would be able to be more of a game player and be manipulative, say what I needed to say to get people to trust me. But when I came down to it, I just couldn't bend my character. I'm true to my word. I'm honest and I'm loyal. So I chose the people that I trusted, and I was riding with those handful till the end. This kind of kept me from creating more game relationships with other people in the house individually and in alliances. However, it's really hard for me to tell you I got you when I don't really got you like that. So I chose to ride out with the people that I felt had me and that I would be loyal to. So it was definitely harder than you think it is, just having to be in game mode 24/7 as well. I think the best part is just the experience and meeting everyone. At this point in my life, I'm really close with my day ones and my family. So I never thought that I would be able to meet so many great people, have so many new friends that are going to be lifelong friends. And I really believe there's about three relationships in that house that these people are going to be a huge part of my life for the rest of my life. I have them whenever they need me. And I know if I truly called on them, they would have me too. So that was a blessing. It was also just a blessing to be there, to step outside of my comfort zone and to grow as an individual. I feel like I came out as a better man, and that's all I can ask for.